base. Truth don't hide, it just waits for a face, for a face. Big footprints in a pine slick path. Bob Lazar files with a government laugh. Court dates lost in a sea of red tape. We ain't 10-4, we just stay awake. True crime tales in a borrowed voice. We speak for the silence, not by choice. Got boots on the dirt and eyes on the skies, digging up stories they hoped would die. Might, truth, and thunder, we don't back down. With a Bible in the glove box and boots on the ground. Aliens, lies, and backroom deals. We break that silence, 'cause the soul feels real. Military broadcast, midnight run, teaching vets how to speak what the war's done. From trigger pulls to microphone stands, from combat zones to healing hands. Public records, missing names, unsealed files, classified games. We chase what's buried, not what trends, and we pray for light at the truth's deep end. Might, truth, and thunder, we don't back down. With a Bible in the glove box and boots on the ground. Aliens, lies, and backroom deals. We break that silence, 'cause the soul feels real. Some chase fame, we chase the facts. Some fold quick, we read the tracks. It ain't paranoia if it's always been there, and we ain't scared to lay it bare. Into the storm. We ain't perfect, but we were made for this form.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Into the Weeds podcast. And thank you for joining us tonight. We have Millennial. Thank
Hey,
you
everyone.
Here.
Hey, Millennial. I didn't get to say hi before because I was literally rushing down here.
No worries. Thanks for inviting me again.
I even get my earrings.
Thank you, Trouble Puff, for being a member for 2 months.
Yes.
And welcome, everybody, for thank you for coming in. Sorry. And we actually have Ahley baby today. She finally showed up. I'm just messing with her. That's all right. We are not streaming live on Military Broadcast Radio right now, but we will be airing this on Saturday on MBR. So, because Millennial and I are going to hang out, I think, this week.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
Yes, I am too.
I was wanting to tag along, but it's the one weekend I don't have off of work within the last month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang. Yeah. Well, maybe next time.
Oh, definitely. There'll definitely be another time. But yeah, I also am using like a bunch of vacation days in September that you're already not happy about. So we're just going to pretend we're not doing
It
that.
happens.
So Millennial and I will see what kind of trouble we can get into this weekend.
Too much.
Yeah.
And with our husbands, I'm sure they're gonna. My husband's absolutely
we'll
crazy.
have to video some shenanigans for our people.
Yeah, we will.
That'll be good.
Yes, we will. Okay, so I am going to play Ahley baby's video that I downloaded just for an introduction, and then we will bring her up and we will talk to her. So here we go.
Gypsy Rose was just some sick, abused child who was in no way, shape, form, or fashion involved in her mom's conning, scamming, getting free trips, all that. Gypsy wasn't involved. And why the hell in this email did Gypsy Rose flat out say, I spent 24 years of my life lying, hiding, and acting? Why would she say that? She really thought she was sick. You know why Gypsy said it? Because Gypsy was in on it. Gypsy was in on getting them free trips to Disney, honey. Gypsy tries to portray it like, oh, I was secluded. I wasn't allowed to, associate and have friends. Gypsy Rose was taking free flights. She was going to Disney multiple times. She had permanent backstage passes to any Miranda Lambert concert. She was throwing the first ball out at baseball games, at the Cardinals baseball games. Gypsy was living a very lavish life. To the world, she played sick. She played sick. She acted like she was sicker than she was. So much of their scamming and conning couldn't have happened without Gypsy. Even when CPS went by her house, you know what they said? Documented Gypsy as being slow. Now, why would they do that? Unless Gypsy was acting slow. Telling the doctor she had no feelings in her legs, even though she was reacting to their touch. She was benefiting off this shit, the same way she benefits off this lie she has told the public now. Gypsy Rose has admitted to guilt in so many different ways at this point. I don't know how anybody can still believe she was a victim of Munchausen by proxy. Her own fiance has flat out said her mom knew she could walk. She even put tent on the windows so Gypsy could walk around and nobody would see her. I'm just saying, the more her family members talk, the more emails that come out, the more it looks like Gypsy was very much aware of what was going on and she was involved. And it also looks like her family, like Christy, knew more than what she claims. I'm just saying. But this is not all alleged. She wrote this. Gypsy Rose said that. It is for entertainment purposes only, my opinion. But hey, couldn't have got here, Gypsy, without you.
Welcome, Ashley.
Hey. Hey. How are you guys?
Ashley, baby, how's it going?
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so sorry. I'm fashionably late. I know I was supposed to be here like Saturday.
No, you're good.
No worries. I was actually late to this episode. I'm surprised I made it on time myself.
Well, thank you for being here. You're really tearing it up on TikTok. I love your videos. I saw you way back a couple of months ago digging into the original Foyas, and I was like, oh man, she's really tearing it up. So
Yeah.
I wanted you to come on here to just kind of talk about why you do what you do, why you talk about Gypsy and who you are. So can we
Okay.
get into that?
Sure. So, well, I had started looking into Gypsy before she had gotten out. Like, I remember her case a little bit. And then I saw all this hype, like, around her getting out. I was extremely confused over the hype of Gypsy getting out because she got someone to murder her mother, like, you know. And not saying there wasn't something crazy going on inside the house, but it never came, I don't know, it never felt like it was what she was portraying it as. And when I watched, there was 2 of her documentaries, and in one of them, she had said, like, the night she ran away with Dan, that someone called her mom, or they called, you know, something like that happened. Somebody called her mom and told her Gypsy was at Dan's.
Yeah.
And then in another documentary, she said her cell phone fell out.
Yeah.
And that her mom saw it and saw text messages, and that's how she knew. And that's when I was like, okay. And I started watching, like, the interrogation and the trial. And when I was stunned at the interrogation. Like, I was just so flabbergasted because that was pretty crazy. You know, you see Nick in the way he's being treated. You know, he's sitting straight up. She's on a couch. Like, this is, and this, the constant lies from her. And then she went into lying about the spelling of her last name and lying about her birth date. And when they told her she was being charged, she was like, oh, wait, no, I have medical issues. Like, I thought, what? You know, like, I thought anyways. Now, what I've read her book, and that's what first started me making videos on it. And I didn't. I made a few after I read, like, I listened to the audiobook, and I was just, this is insanity. You know, this is gross. And then she dedicated it to her daughter. You know, the dedication to her daughter was, yes, especially with the cons, just everything it's talking about. That was wild.
I would want to hear about my mama.
Yeah, and I would never dedicate. So who dedicates something like that to their kid? That's just, and then says they did it all for them. Just know everything I did was all for you.
Yeah.
What? You know, I just
Like the weight of murder.
Yeah.
The weight of murder on your child's shoulders.
I know. And, like, you know, have y'all seen that video of her? Like, it came out. She made it a couple months ago. I think it was on her show where she's crying. And she's like, I just want her to forgive me. I just want her to love me. Like, how is she going to forgive you for what you've done? And that's a lot of weight to put on a kid. You know, like, that's just craziness. But even there, the crying wasn't over what she did. It was over how her kid was going to feel about her. She's crying over her again. You know, like, but when she came out and told everybody about Ryan being on methadone, that is when I was like, oh no, I'm going to be on your neck from here on out because I'm in recovery, you know, and I use
Yeah.
medication to get me where I am today. And if he kept that a secret or to himself for how many years, that's his business,
Mhm.
you know, and it's for her to act like, oh, my messages are sacred. When you are out here, here releasing his messages and talking about his recovery medication, that went all over me. That went all over me. You know, and that's when I really
Congratulations on
started.
being in recovery.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I talked to my cousin about her claim that she was an addict, and everything that we have both seen doesn't lend to that narrative. Now, she may have been a user, but doesn't mean she was an addict.
And that's what I think she was. I think she was a user. I don't think she was an addict. The way she talks, and even some of the things she said, like in her book, she said something about crushing pain medicine up and putting it in her feeding tube. Yes. And she's like, instant release. I'm like, girl, there's no way. Coming from, you know, an ex-IV user, there's just no. It's still going through your digestive system. Why are you making it sound like that? You know, like, and then the way she sometimes talks about addicts, like, I thought you were a user. You know, it doesn't sound. I never talk about addicts like that, and she can't even get her story straight on. Were you on something the night it happened? No, it wasn't affecting my mind state. Really. You know,
For her to claim to be an addict and then say that Nick's mom losing her life to her addiction was karma. Is just, that was one of the worst things I've seen out of her.
Yeah. And then whoever the email was with, where they were flat out like, I hate addicts. You know, like, why would you associate with somebody like that if you're an addict? But I've questioned her story also because remember when she said that she told Christy that she owed someone $50 for a TV or something.
CD player.
Yes. And she was like, it was for Suboxone or something. Now, this is what I know. Before I got clean, Suboxone on the street was going for like $25 a pill. Like, I can't imagine what it costs in prison. You know, like, I would think it would be double that, because if you're not on something like MAP medication and taking it every single day to where you have adjusted to that dose, it will do something to you, you know? And I would think that those would be probably expensive in there, but the way she made it sound was like, I owed $50 for a whole bunch of pills. Like,
She was getting $50 a week for being someone's goddess and all kinds of stuff. So she didn't have no money problem. Whatever she says.
Right. Like,
no.
Hustling Chrissy for 50 when you've got multiple dudes in your pocket sending you money is wild.
Yeah, it's so bad in the prison now with like the Suboxone injections that I've been told that people are actually like cutting open the injection site and people are sucking it out of other people.
Gross.
That's how I got off of I was on Subutex, but that's how I got off of it. I started the Sublocade injection last year in July, and I got my last one in December. But it changed the game for me. But that's crazy. I cannot imagine being cut open and having that taken out, because it's like a hard like ball right underneath your fat. I can't imagine having that done.
That sounds really unnecessary. That's crazy.
It's really bad.
That's what you would do if you're addicted to it.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's how that works. So kind of.
Yes, it is.
A little bit.
Yeah. In jail, they'll do crazy things in jail. Jail's such a crazy place. You know, I went to prison when I was like 19, but I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. Like, them women scared me before I got there, and then I was so young. Most of the older women took me in when I was like in quick bed, and then I stayed in quick bed probably about almost a year, and I had to take my GED, so they sent me over to the big yard, which is like a place for people who have 5 years or more, or life, or school. So I went over there, and again, older women took me in, and I had one friend from my hometown who was there, we were thick as thieves, you know. I didn't have to associate with too many people. And then I knew one lady from like Greenville, Mississippi, but I kept to myself for the most part because I was like, I just want to go home. I don't want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I ended up at a work facility for the remainder of my time. And that it was fun at first. You know, it was fun at first. They give you like free world jobs. So I worked for MDOT picking up trash and stuff. But then I went home on like a 72-hour furlough that the warden did not want me to make. The warden did not want me to make that furlough. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And there is this thing that prisons, if they come through, they inspect the prison. It's called like the Eagle Award. It's an accreditation type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever gets like the cleanest prison, you know, gets this award. Anyway, the commander had told me, you know, you stay here. We get this award. You can go on your furlough. I was like, all right, bet. So I stayed on campus, you know, stayed there. I cleaned. Come the day I was supposed to go, my family showed up to get me, and the warden was like, she's not going. She cannot go. And the reason he was trying to keep me was because on a Saturday morning, I had a book underneath my mat or something like, it was something petty like that when we're not supposed to have anything on our wraps.
Wow.
Anyway, my sister was like, well, Commander told her she could go, you know. So Commander was like in New Orleans or something, somewhere at his kid's like graduation. So he calls him and he tells him, yeah, I told her she could go. He walks me to the door and he's got a pair of boots in his hand. And he's like, just know when you come back, you will never leave this compound again. And he never let me leave again. He never let me make another furlough, and he never let me leave that compound.
Oh, wow.
Unless it was like somebody needed an extra body at the job, you know, for something. He didn't let me leave.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long were you in, you said?
It was almost right at 4 years. I caught my charge in 2004 and they didn't catch me because I went on the run for a little bit. And
Okay.
yeah, I went on the run for a little bit, and I want to say 06 is when they got me, locked me up, and sent me to prison I went to county for some months, got sentenced, went to prison, and then got out in August, the end of August of 09, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were telling me in some of the DMs that, or actually email maybe, that you are thankful that you got the time that you got, because you
Yeah.
were originally supposed to get 6 months, correct?
Yeah. I had gone in, and I was pretty wild in county too. Like, I know they were sick of me. They were so sick of me. And at the time, like, the jail was undergoing like some reconstruction type thing, you know, and we could smoke at the time. They'd let us out on this little yard call to smoke cigarettes. Well, there wasn't nothing but like this little fence, you know, separating us from the dudes working, and I'm an inmate, you know. So this dude would be like throwing me cigarettes through the fence and stuff. And there was this neighborhood behind Hernando Jail in Mississippi, and it was like it was the trap. It was the trap neighborhood, you know. And one of the girls who was locked up in there, her boyfriend like was slanging out of one of these houses. So he would run up to this little piece of he wouldn't run up. He'd get, you know, he pays somebody else some stuff to have them run up, but he'd bring us like the little shots and, you know, weed and all that. And then we'd just be all, you know, willy-nilly in there. And we'd be trading cigarettes and it was just terrible. So when I went to court, they told me I was going to be sent to the RID program, which is like 6 months in a boot camp. And it's non-adjudicated. So if you get out, you do what you're supposed to do, you know, it's off your record. I was like, okay. You know, my family was all there and ready and whatnot. Well, he tells me we're going to sign the next day. So the next day I go in to sign, and he tells me, it's my attorney. He tells me to go in front of the judge. You're pleading in the blind. I didn't even know this was a thing. I had never even heard of this. I heard of going to trial, and then, you know, you can get 3 chances at a plea deal. If you keep denying it, you're just going to get whatever time they give you, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I had never heard of pleading in the blind, but it's my attorney, so I listened to him. And I pled in the blind. And my sister, y'all, bless my sister's heart, she got up on that stand, honey, and she just cried, and she was just like, I'll take her to Nebraska. We're going to get her right. And that judge was just like, no, ma'am, this is not your case. You know, you're not the one who is being charged. She is. She is going to prison. She is getting 15 years with 5 to serve and 10 suspended. And I just, it was like being kicked in the chest. I was like, I don't even know what that means. I just heard 15 years, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. The old lady at the jail was crying for me because by this time I'd have been in there like 6-7 months, you know, or something like that. She's feeling bad. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah, I just don't think if I would have got 6 months in a RID program, I would have definitely gotten right back out and messed up. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was in that jail doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I feel like, and I had, right before I got locked up, I was like in this abusive, crazy relationship with this dude. Mm-hmm. And I think that I needed that time because of that too. I needed time away from him to see who and what he was and realize the things he had really done to me, you know, and I just couldn't do that. I don't think I'd have been able to do it if I wouldn't have got that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. That's cool.
Definitely. That's kind of how your cousin feels about it too, is that she's kind of grateful that she has a little bit more time, at least for now, because she would have gotten out right away.
Well, she was supposed to get 120 days.
Man, and it's such a shock when it's like that. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, she was supposed to get 120 days and they sentenced her to 25 years and she's got to serve her 85%.
Oh my. Oh gosh, I can't imagine.
And she's
in the same prison as Gypsy Rose was, and she's doing 25 years for drugs when Gypsy served 8.5 for murder.
Yeah.
I know. That's just insanity, man. Like how do drug charges end up with so much more time than like murder? Well, and it happens on so many occasions.
Yeah, I know in the 90s it was like really bad. They were really cracking down on meth and stuff like that here in Missouri and in Oklahoma for sure.
In Mississippi too.
Yeah, and so anytime you got caught with meth, you were basically going under the prison.
Yep.
So, she got caught with 5 ounces, and then there was a gun in the house that wasn't registered to her. It was her boyfriend's, but you know, she was the only one that got arrested, even though he was there and everything. So,
and he had a record too.
Yeah, he had a record too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did find out though that maybe part of the reason they stuck it to her so bad is when they came and arrested Shelly. Mm-hmm. So her name is Audra, but I call her Shelly. That's her family name. So when they came and arrested Shelly, I guess she gave them one heck of a fight.
Resisting arrest will do it.
Yeah, was like, she said, I wish I got to go get the body cam footage if they have it because I'm going to die laughing. She told me that she had positioned herself to where they were trying to take her out of the door and her feet were on each side of the door frame. And she's like, no, I'm not going.
Oh, this is the first I'm hearing of that.
I just heard about it recently and I'm like, oh, that's exactly why you got here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Well, she's a fighter. She's really spunky and like really small and she's Hispanic, so she's a firecracker. So yeah, I want to see that though. I told her if they have body cam footage on that, I am getting that.
Have you requested any of her information online?
No, I haven't yet.
Get on that. It's been 4 years, 2 years.
Yeah.
She's been in prison for 3 years now.
3 years.
And she got sentenced or she got in trouble and she waited 3 years before she actually went to prison, and she had completely changed her life by then.
Right.
And still she got 25 years. So that sucked even worse for her, you know, because she had completely changed.
Especially because then she'd be at 6 years now at a 25,
right?
85% sentence.
Yeah.
So it's like, the numbers are not numbering.
That's awful too that they wouldn't take into account, you know, how much she had changed, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I have faith that, well, one, like you said, sometimes a little bit of time can do you a little bit of good, so that you're not able to put yourself in that situation. You have, you know, enough time to think about it. But, you know, I have faith that if she needs to get out before that, something will happen. So
he'll make a way. He'll make a way.
Things happen and the time that they need to, I guess.
Hey, Jay.
Love
It's
you.
good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Hello to everybody in
Thank
the
you.
chat today.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but God's got her there. She's changing the prison
Yeah.
inside, so not only the hearts of the women in there, but also COs and staff and stuff like that.
Aw. That's all that matters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Paving the way for other people to be treated right and have, better treatment, better things they can utilize their time with. That's
I
good.
agree.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mentioned this in the last live that we did. But I went to a abandoned prison in the capital of Missouri the other night, and man, have prisons changed? Because I still totally advocate for prison reform and stuff, but the way that people have historically been treated inside of prisons and the way that they're able to keep you there and all that stuff, the justice system is just so skewed, and it's very sad.
Yeah.
And they use prisoners. Do they use prisoners for free labor? They do.
Oh, yes, they do. It's legalized slavery.
Yes. Man, I had this job at MDOT, and it was, oh my gosh. I know we must have walked like 3-4 miles a day, 5 miles. It was awful. And in the southern heat, it's like you're gonna pass out. You're gonna pass out, man. Picking trash up off like interstates and stuff. One time we had a 18-wheeler that was in like the middle of one of those medians on the interstate. And there was like 6-7 of us picking this hood up, running across 4 lanes of traffic. Crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did find some money out there on multiple occasions, so
Oh, okay.
there's that.
I'm surprised you didn't find anything else.
Oh, I did. Not at MDOT though. I was on another crew called Brandon Road Crew that was like more in the city. And I found like a little baggie of some Zans one time, and I was terrified.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. We're constantly out on the motorcycle and traveling and stuff like that, and we'll see people pulled off on the side of the road, and they're looking for whatever they forgot.
Yeah. Thought they were getting pulled over, so they threw it out. Now they're going back.
Yeah.
Also totally agree, Mummy Brown. It's like it's legalized slavery, and because they're prisoners, you're going to get a lot smaller of the population that cares to call people out on their bullshit. And on top of that, it takes so long for legislation and different things to change anything. And a lot of times people forget that it's not all just rapists and murderers.
Exactly.
So some people have done some really simple crimes or just been in a really bad place in their life and messed up on accident.
Or usually messed up with the wrong man.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And people have this crazy belief too that you get like free dental and you're getting all this free. No, they'll pull your teeth out. You're not going in there and getting a filling. Like, what do you think they're about to do? Like, they're not giving you a crown. They're going to take your tooth away, regardless of what it looks like. It's gone. There you go.
Yeah.
Dang, I need to get arrested then because I have a couple things that need to.
Man.
I'm kidding.
No, they will. They'll take them. They'll sure pull them out of, but they'll leave you sitting for the serious stuff too. Like, women who have had a constant period, they're not, they need a freaking checkup. They'll put that on the back burner. It'll be months. That type of stuff that is just basic necessities for a woman.
What's something you would change for prison? Like prison reform in general?
It would have to be something to do with trying to help inmates better, or people better when they're getting out of prison. So many people don't have just places they can go to. They don't have family members they can parole out to. They don't have stable addresses to go to. So then they're left in prison to hit that flat time date. They got to pass up their parole date. They got to pass up their ERS date until they hit that flat time date, because they don't have an address to go to.
Yeah, if they don't
get out, they take them to a bus stop and give them a $25 bus ticket. Here you go, to wherever it is you may go.
Yeah.
Where do halfway houses lie on that? Like, I know there's only so many, and most people probably don't go to them, but
yeah, they're reentry programs,
Yeah.
and you have to set all that up before you get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think your case manager probably have to help you look into things like that, especially if you don't have somebody on the outside who's helping
Exactly.
you, you know.
Exactly. I've been looking
That-
up reentry for programs for my cousin.
But I've also
Yeah.
seen some halfway houses go pretty south.
Some
Without
can, yes.
without
Mhm.
relaying too much information, I know of one that was in Florida when I was living down there, and someone, anyway, it doesn't matter. Someone that I know that knows someone owned it, and they would kind of like help people kind of hide drugs and give
Mhm.
them
Mhm.
buy them alcohol. And actually, the halfway house owner ended up getting on drugs, and her kids did too, and it was a whole thing. And it was absolutely no help at all.
Yeah. I think there is quite a few of them that really do end up like that. Like a lot of stuff going through there instead of it being more watched, regulated, or whatever you want to call it, you know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like even if you intend to stay clean and not get back into that life, you end up in the wrong halfway house, and it's kind of like you're almost forced to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's crazy.
And your environment, especially early in recovery, is such an important part of your recovery.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience, Millennial, with prisons or anything like that? I know you lived, the wholesome life out on the prairie.
No, I just don't. I've learned everything I know about them from studying the Gypsy Rose case.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's a good case. I mean,
Yeah.
it just keeps on giving, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Good.
glad she's offline right now and allows us to go back and like look at everything instead of being distracted by whatever current antics she's doing. 'Cause
Mhm.
there's no end
Yeah.
of content.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
Never.
there's so much information just in this Google Drive. I mean,
Yeah.
I sit there and look at it sometimes, and I'm like, I have all of this content right in front of me, and I have no desire to make it.
It gets overwhelming at times.
It does. It does. And after you read it so many times, you'll kind of be like, man, she kind of burnt me out. Shit, you know, like, dang.
A lot of people saying she ruined all foods.
Who?
What?
I said a lot of people are saying she ruined all foods.
Oh, I thought you said she was Randolph Figs. I'm like, who?
No.
Yeah, she ruined bananas or toothbrushes.
I'm not gonna
Barbecue
let.
sauce, ketchup.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let Gypsy ruin stuff for me.
I'm
There you
still
go.
in ketchup. I mean, barbecue sauce. I love it.
I never liked bananas, so
Okay, the barbecue sauce thing was a little odd, but the other
was.
stuff isn't anything I've never heard of before, so it's not really Gypsy ruin it for me.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I never heard anybody say, come lick the Hershey's chocolate from my Pop Tart.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
no,
right.
no.
Yeah. What did that even
I was
mean?
thinking
What
about
was
the
she-
bananas
what
and
is-
the toothbrush.
Yeah. I was so confused about which part are you referring to? You know?
Just
I
stop
think I
thinking about it.
I don't want to think about it.
And it's the acting so inexperienced for me, like acting like, oh, I was just so green. He made me do this.
Yeah,
Girl,
Exactly.
stop it. Like,
right.
come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I mean, that's one of the things that I have seen through the emails. I've really been, it's really been confirmed that Gypsy wasn't this innocent little
Mm-mm.
whatever she's claiming she was.
Nope. No, she wasn't. There was, I was trying to find it, Ruby. No, I thought, which alter ego is Ruby? Which one is she?
She's similar to Demona, and I think that was the red wig and the black leather jacket.
Yeah, and that's what I thought. And I saw like where I guess Nick's attorney is showing she wasn't even brought about till a couple of weeks before, like the crime. Like she's brought in and she answered. I was trying to find where I was reading it. Hold on, getting my little battery pack.
See, I don't even I don't remember when
Let me
all of
see.
that stuff happened.
Hold on. I'm going to try to find it real quick.
I've got the Google Drive open, so if we want to bring anything up, I can just pop it on.
I wish there was a way. I don't know if I
I've
can.
never even looked at the Google Drive before.
I know you haven't.
It's so much. I'm still got
Busy.
a good bit to read, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And those emails are just like, oh,
Yeah.
I
Right?
think I'm done with those emails. If we get any more, I'll read them out. But unless it's pertinent to anything related to like the murder, I don't think I'm reading any more of the sexual stuff.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
It's
For
a little
everyone in the chat, I have a video, hour-long video that'll be going up right after this live, where I'm going over all the emails where she talks about Kansas City.
Oh, there you
okay.
go. Kansas City.
Yeah,
Yeah, it seems like she's kind of obsessed with Kansas City, right?
it does. She wanted to home plan there real bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a nice place to be.
Has anybody ever seen the christianmingle.com messages?
No,
No, I don't think they have them or haven't released them.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't.
I haven't heard of anybody having them or anything about them other than when people ask about them.
Right. I was wondering because so many times she's like, let's get online. Let's get online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I think we all need to remember is there's a whole bunch of stuff missing from
Mhm.
their conversations because they were on so many different platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
when Gypsy or anybody that tries to debunk anything we're saying, or wants to point as Nick as being the instigator, they'll bring up a couple of things, but they don't ever prove their point.
My thing is, you say whatever you want to about Nick. You can bring up whatever you want. Has he denied it? Has he been out here and said, I didn't actually do it. She talked me into it, but I feel like it wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't made comments like that.
No.
He's been bluntly honest to a fault. Honestly, like his Killer Couples episode where, what does he say? He says something like, about having the angel and the devil on one side and having the dark side that had been wanting to come out. Like he has not denied anything, while she will act and try to put as much distance between what she has done as she can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh no, it wasn't me. As a matter of fact, I'm a really innocent person. I didn't know what my mom was doing. I didn't know what Nick was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one thing people forget too is that after she was after they were both arrested, they were still like infatuated with each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're writing notes and stuff from what that Officer Hughes, I believe it was, that did that interview with Fancy.
Yeah.
I was watching that, and she said, she had to be careful when they would let them out on yard call because they would get sneaky and pass letters back and forth. She said Nick started it, but Gypsy had no problem keeping it going.
She said one time, I think it was in an interview, I was lovesick over Nick the first year or so, or however long it was. So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that until the emails came out that Gypsy and Ken were already engaged by the time she stood on that stand.
Yeah. Yeah.
It appears that way.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. In that email where she's like, I just saw the end of the 2020, my boobs. Like, girl, why are you doing yourself like that when the whole reason you're on the stand is because the murder you were involved in? That's so odd.
Well, because she's, I think, in my opinion, a sexual deviant.
Oh, me too. Or Nip knows something. She got something going on because it's like every conversation it just always comes in somehow.
Even with her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did she say on that one phone call to her dad where, maybe it's in her book. It's in her book where she's talking about not like a submissive. She's telling him how she wants to be close to him or something. And she says, not like a submissive.
I know we're
like,
blood, but I want to be closer than blood.
Yes, that's what she says.
Oh, like, girl.
She said that where? To
in her
Rod?
book, yeah.
There's a part in her book where she is talking about her dad. I made a video on it probably back in January. I'll dig it up and I'll show y'all again. I'll show you because it's like, why would you say this about your father? She's talking about like wanting to, I don't know, listen to him, something. And she goes, but not like a submissive. Like, who would have thought you meant it like that? You're talking about your dad.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You know, why did you relate that? Even put what?
Very strange. Very gypsy.
Huh?
Agreed.
Oh. Those are thoughts you never, ever, ever, ever let leave your head.
Yeah.
No.
Inside thoughts, man. Inside thoughts.
Especially put it in your book. You said her book?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I gotta go watch your video on that after we're done.
Yeah,
I
want to say it's when I first.
Yeah.
It's around the time I first started making videos about her because I heard it in the book. It was in the book. She said some weird crap like that about her dad, and I was just like, ugh.
Her description of their first dance, father-daughter dance at her release party is really not father-daughterly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I cannot find this.
In my
I don't
opinion.
know why.
sorry. I was trying to find your video, and I've also got a call from the prison coming in.
Oh, well,
Answer
You're
it.
watching.
No.
I would, but
You don't
yeah,
know who it is.
yeah, it could be anybody. So unfortunately, well, kind of unfortunately, I don't. People get my number and call me.
yeah.
And so I had to get a whole new phone number and everything for business. But
That makes
still,
sense.
some people know my
Actual phone
personal
number.
number.
Do you have your other phone turned on? Because I remember you lost it for a while and I found it and I gave it to you.
Yeah, it's upstairs. I keep forgetting it's even there.
She lost it for like a minute.
I'm sweaty.
You got a super chat.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. We love you too.
Laura, you don't have to do that. You guys don't have to do that. But thank you anyway.
We appreciate it.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about, Ashley? What's one of the
I'm
things?
looking for where she introduces Ruby because it was so odd that she would introduce Ruby like just a couple of weeks before this because I think she talks about how Ruby I don't know what we can say on here. She'll grape.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was trying to. I don't know. I cannot find it for some reason.
So it probably in. No, it's not in that one. I put Ruby into the search engine for the drive and it was in.
For me, it's really
maybe I'll run across
particular.
it.
What, Millennium?
I was just saying, for me, the drive is really particular of when it wants to search and when it doesn't.
Yeah, and then that whole email thing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Y'all were killing it though.
Thank
Y'all
you.
were.
Okay, let's see.
They were
Gypsy.
so clustered together. It was it's hard to read at all, but y'all were getting it.
I'm glad that
Thank you.
people now can see them for themselves and realize how
Yes.
hard they genuinely were to read. It
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
stupid. Like,
We weren't just being lazy. Like,
no, it was so hard. So
Yeah,
God
and-
bless whoever figured it out. But it seems like it's still messed
Yeah.
up on that. So not to any fault of theirs.
Yeah, and Millennial was the only one of us to actually get something out smoothly for the most part.
I know. It's probably 'cause
occasionally I got something out smoothly.
I figured it's probably because you're not on camera and you can look at it however close you need to.
Right. Yep.
But I just look like an idiot with my face all up in the camera and yeah. Yikes.
It's crazy
Yeah.
how many witnesses too they would have called up. Like the list of witnesses
Yeah.
they had.
Hmm.
hmm
I would have loved to hear from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to have had that trial and to have gone through all of the evidence I wonder how
Yes.
long that trial would have been.
I don't know. Ooh, would that have been something? Ooh, did anybody ever go through the camera like I see in the foil where this camera is talked about? It's a camera with a 4G memory card, but I never really see where it's actually looked at.
It's not. It hasn't been.
It hasn't been looked at.
Yeah, it's
Or
still in
Like
evidence.
it's just been. They even like passed it around. I think is what it says. It was in the backpack being passed around at trial, but nobody's actually ever looked on that camera or on the 4 gig memory card.
Yeah.
Or maybe they did and it scarred their brain and they don't even know they looked anymore because they're not okay.
I can't imagine what the poor detective who had to watch all those deadgum videos.
I know. Shout out to all the amazing detectives who have to do that work and see and hear some of the worst stuff imaginable.
Yeah, and like somebody had earlier was saying that they wish they could see like some of the videos that were redacted, but I think if they were redacted, it's basically like revenge porn type shit that you'd be looking at. So like, I don't want to see that. It's not my business. There's certain things that I just think aren't for the public eye, no matter what. Especially since we have the transcripts. That's good enough. We get the general idea.
Yeah, but with that camera not being looked at, there might be stuff said in there that could be transcribed like the other videos. Like I don't want to see the images either, but if there was instructions or things given in there that are pertinent to, Gypsy having more involvement than the public's been led to believe, as we keep finding out, it seems, I'd really like to know that.
So would I. And it was interesting. Like it almost was like Dan Patterson was kind of giving Nick's appellate attorney, I guess is what he would be called. It was like he was trying to give him some trouble about it. He even said something in the documents like it would be a search warrantless search or something. And Nick's attorney was like, no, the search warrant was initially issued for all kind of media things, whether it be on a disc, a memory card, yada, yada, yada. I thought that was odd. Like, why?
Very weird.
Yeah. A search warrantless search. Like this is something that is what that was in 2021 when some of this is written, or what some of it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So this is years after the crime and a couple of years after his trial, and it was shown at trial. Like it's in the backpack. So what do you mean? It would be search warrantless,
Yeah, no, I think that warrant covered that camera completely.
Yeah. And his attorney brings up like this was even passed around at his trial. Like you can't deny it to us now. You used it as evidence in the trial. That was just
I agree.
crazy.
Is there proof of that? The Misha, is that in one of the docs, or is that just
it's in there.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
It's I just read it. I want to say this morning. It's probably around 147, between 130 and 147, something like that.
And what is that in?
The FOIA documents.
Yeah, but which one?
Oh, I didn't know there was different ones.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch. Like the evidence file, or
this is the one that Nadatha sent me.
Oh, okay.
Nadatha sent me. It has like, let me see. Let me look at my email real quick. It's got the Greene County reports, and then I think this is more docket stuff, and then it's the FOIAs. Let me see. Is it? I don't know how to describe it. I guess I could send it to you.
Yeah, or you can present it down at the bottom of the screen if you know how to do that.
I don't. Y'all are gonna have to teach me. I'm a newbie. I'm a baby.
Do you have
the YouTube ways?
I need to learn YouTube. It's so hard to do multiple like social medias. I tried and I was like, man, this is hard to keep up with.
It is.
I find
TikTok confuses me.
Me too.
TikTok doesn't confuse me, but I get like so nervous. Like here, I can just like talk shit and like not feel like super nervous about it. But I feel like I have to be like so on the ball every time I upload a TikTok. Like I feel like the words have to make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, or they get you
Look
for
at
dumb
that.
stuff. They were really getting me for comments like a month ago, like little comments. One of them was like, I really hope so. And I appealed it and lost. One
Oh my
of them,
God.
I was like talking about mental health. Like it's for the craziest things. And then I got something to do with some content when anyway, I ended up like contacting their little help thing. And I was asking them, if you win an appeal, does this still count against me? Like, because y'all sent me a warning, like I didn't just win one of my appeals, like now I'm hitting some limit, and they would not like directly answer what I was asking. Like I said it like 3 times. If we get 3 appeals and we win 2, does all 3 of them count against us? It was just gave me the same answer. Like, we're not going to answer you. We're just going to kick you out the creator fund.
They have a lot stricter guidelines. I also hear when you get on the creator fund, sometimes it can make your views go down.
I have no idea.
Unless you're like a big.
I think I've got like 36,000, and honestly, I think it depends on the times you post. And sometimes I post and ghost. And a lot of times when I'll Google, like if it's a Tuesday, what are the best times to post on TikTok on a Tuesday, whatever times, I'll just do that. And when I post it, I'll leave the app for about 3.5 hours. A lot of times it'll work. But and maybe, like I was telling my cousin, I could just be crazy. Like maybe I'm thinking this stuff up in my head and willing it to happen, but I think it's working.
No, I've seen that happen before.
Hey.
I've seen other people have success with that. Not me though. I've only had a few videos of any success at all, and barely.
Yeah, and I don't have any.
Yeah, but you have more followers than I do. So
Yeah.
I think it's a consistency thing. There's so much I think goes into it, though. There's so much it's hard to figure out. I just now, probably about a month ago, started having some videos that like back to back did really good, and I was like, oh wow, yay!
It's just a roll of the dice, it feels like.
Yeah.
And also it depends on like what, For You pages you get on. Like I can see that some of my videos would probably do really well if they got on other For You pages, but I'll be on like total wrong TikTok by the comments.
Oh my gosh. TikTok. My algorithm in TikTok, I don't even know.
It's because you follow everybody back and you've liked a bunch of stuff that isn't necessarily stuff that you want to see. So that will affect your algorithm.
Yeah, and the follow trains, those things don't work because then, it's great that you're getting followers, but then you end up with people who don't necessarily watch your niche, or like what you post. So then they're just seeing it and scrolling.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're getting a bunch of random stuff based on the people you follow. And if you're following just a bunch of people, not that, they don't deserve to have any kind of interaction or anything, but a lot of times it can kind of screw up your algorithm like crazy.
I know I have found native TikTok, and that thing is freaking hilarious.
Native humor is just the best. I love it.
Yeah,
I mean those aura farmers.
Farmers.
Yeah.
What is
on
that?
The boats. They're like in headdresses on these boats and stuff. It's cool as hell. I'm not sure what they're doing, but it looks cool.
Cool.
Oh, the only time I've heard of aura farming, it was in like a brain rot context, like a meme joke.
Nisha just put some information in the comments about the pics of Dee Dee sleeping.
Okay.
Here we go.
KY3 News article 8/9/22 covering Nick's appeal states 11:45 was asked if defense included pics from Gypsy's phone of Dee Dee sleeping.
Yeah, she sent him a couple of days, like around the same time she sent the video where she shows the layout and she stands over the bed and does the stabbing motion. She also sends some pictures of Dee Dee sleeping and then a picture of like the layout of the floor, I guess, so he'll know where everything's at to walk through. That's what I assumed it was for.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would be so creepy.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, she did everything she could to facilitate the murder.
Yeah.
I tried fixing your mic, but
I think my phone did my alarm, so it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I didn't hear what you said. My bad. What'd you say now?
I don't even remember.
Sorry. Said how Gypsy really did everything she could to facilitate the murder. Like, a lot of the people that are defending her like to act like everything that Gypsy did, well, it's excused because she was abused or she didn't understand things. But everything Nick did, it was always an intentional choice every time, every single time.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's crazy. They'll absolve her of any responsibility. Like Gypsy has come out and flat out said, I planned it. I talked him into it. And I seen one of her little friends the other day tell somebody, well, I don't see that she did it like that. She's admitted this.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They tried to say that, Nick should have turned around at the door, which, yes, he should have, but also Gypsy shouldn't have opened the door and let him in after planning all that bullshit. She had a choice there too.
Right. Or her making that comment, I think it was on Dr. Phil, when she's like, I wish you would have been more responsible. You had all these same resources as him.
Right. And more.
And and you didn't utilize any of them. And not only that, she then eliminated every other option other than the murder.
Yep.
Janice, I'm trying to get more FOIAs, but I have to wait until all of Nick's legal options are exhausted.
Yeah. Also, when it comes to like refusing the murder, like I can almost guarantee that if Nick would have shown up at the door and Gypsy was like, you know what, I changed my mind, let's not do this anymore, I think he would have been probably elated to hear that and not have to do all of that. So something wrong in his head or not, I do believe that there's something wrong there. But regardless, I think that if he was given an out even that close to the actual event, that he probably would have taken her up on the offer.
Yeah, and they like to make the point that Nick said that he had fantasized about murder. Well, you know what, a lot of people with mental issues do. And also, they don't follow through with it. That doesn't really mean that much.
I mean, but Gypsy made similar claims. They'll bring up his and act like, oh, well, she didn't say anything. She literally said she would tie that man to a chair and a bed and rape him until he screamed. She said she would be meaner and meaner until he couldn't take it and would scream. What do you mean?
Yeah, it really seems like he was implying that she took advantage of him in multiple ways. And I'm not taking everything he says as the word of gospel or of the word of God,
right?
But he definitely seems like he's a lot more honest and consistent, and his story seems to have not really changed much at all, really, that I've seen.
I agree,
but I'm no expert. I did find where it talks about the memory card. It talks about them merging the camera and the memory card into like one exhibit, and it turned into exhibit 92. It was a PNY Optima SD 60 HD 4G memory card, and counsel requested to see it, but they couldn't get a hold of Patterson. He wasn't available. And then in April of 2021, they made a request to Patterson for a copy of the contents. And Patterson responded by emailing them that he thought our request would constitute a warrantless, so I think I said it wrong, constitute a warrantless search, and he was not able to disclose the content of the memory card to us. And then they bring up that, it was showed at trial. Y'all passed this around at trial. It says something like counsel filed a motion for discovery of the contents of the memory card, and then the state filed a motion in the opposite on the same date. Like, why are you trying to not let them see what's on the memory card? What is going on? Why do you care?
Also, just a brief interjection. I'm sorry. Hurricane, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, the second from the left, right there, we highlighted it. That's the emails. Sorry. That's all.
Okay.
I know a lot of people
understand why they would consider.
Do not run and get that rabbit. No, ma'am. Come back here.
Oh, no, not the rabbit.
Yeah.
My dog always tries to kill the bunnies. Thankfully, he never gets very close to them. But
yeah, she's an American Bulldog. She's not catching them. She loves food.
I just have a miniature pinscher, and he's about the size of the bunny. He thinks that he's big and tough, but he is not.
Well, he did survive 4 weeks and 2 days by himself in the wilderness.
He did. But if anyone's seen the pictures of him, he was not living large, and he wasn't very far away from somebody who fed all of the neighborhood cats. So he could have been eating good in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad he's back.
But he's good. To anybody who's tuning in that hasn't seen me mention him before, Oatsy did come back.
Yes.
That's
yes.
good.
And he's
out
driving
living
crazy.
life. He said, I need to go be on my own for a minute.
Hold up. I'll find a picture of him real quick because it was bad.
Mhm.
I'll pull it up and I'll show it on the screen. But this is what he looked like after 4 weeks and 2 days.
Oh
God, my
gosh.
poor baby. Oh, it makes my heart hurt just seeing that.
Yeah.
It was.
I'm so glad he came back.
Yeah, well, he didn't come back. It's he got 8 miles ish
Yeah.
away
Oh,
from my
gosh.
aunt's house because we were on vacation and my aunt didn't tell us for a week that she had lost him. And anyway, how I found him again. Yeah, he got like 8 miles away. We handed out, oh my goodness, we handed out so many flyers. We were out for so many hours on multiple days for weeks at a time.
I still have the scars from the tick bites all over my
the tick
body.
bites. But it was bad. We were searching all the time. And then one day my parents were out of town and I got a phone call from my dad saying that somebody had found him, but they didn't have him. So we figured out a property we could go on to look for him. The guy who technically owned the property isn't the person who lived on the property, and he didn't tell the person that lived on the property that we're going to be there. So thankfully we found him right as the guy was pulling up because it was very awkward. So also, Ivana, he does not have a chip. I might get one for him, but at the same time, I don't think that it like GPS locates them. It's just like if somebody else finds him and nobody found him or nobody could get him.
Yeah,
So,
nobody could get
that's
him.
the only reason why I haven't done anything. I might put an air tag or something like that on him, but other than that, he's good. He's been home for a little over a month and he's as spunky and annoying as ever.
Yes.
That's a pretty good idea. Put an air tag on his collar.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Air
that is a
tag
good idea.
or something of the sort.
I've air tagged my car keys for the longest time.
That's
I don't have
really
an iPhone.
smart. I would have never thought about that.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't have an iPhone, so
I feel so bad, Lulu B. They said my friend's dog took off from her aunt's house. They're in the process of moving. What's your best advice for her? I don't even know. We just got him by luck. We put about, I would say, if she hasn't already put out flyers. If she has the means for a reward, that's always incentivized. A lot of times little kids will go out and look for them. If you
the
know
best
there's a reward.
thing to do is how we found Oates is we went to the local Facebook page for the community, and the community looked out for him, and then that's how we got a call letting us know.
Yeah, we went door to door to a lot of houses, and I'm not even solidly one religion or another, but I definitely prayed like hell, and he showed up. So
Yeah.
he showed up. So if anyone believes in prayer, go ahead and pray for their friend to find their puppy.
Will do.
Mm-hmm.
Social media is definitely the way to go with the lost animal because there are a lot of animal lovers on Facebook in those community groups.
Yeah, I was surprised at how many people were interacting, and
There were kids going out on like their 4-wheelers side by side, find them for weeks. People teaming up, and we didn't even end up having to give out the reward because they just wanted to help out of the kindness of their heart.
Yeah, we had a $500 reward, so the kids were out there trying to earn it.
I told them, I was like, since I found him, you guys should give me $500 because I spent so much money on getting him checked out and getting him medicine and food. Goodness, so much money. I haven't financially recovered, but we're okay. We're fine.
Vet bills are so much. It's crazy how much it is to take the dog or a cat to a vet.
It really
my
is.
goodness. And then the doctor, he was like a brand new vet though, and he was like maybe like a couple years older than me, so I don't want to give him too much hell, but he's like, well, if you give me like a limit, I can try and work with you. And I'm like, as little as possible. in a nursery. Like I don't make much money. I play with plants all day.
Yeah, not kids.
No, not kids.
Yeah.
First time she said a nursery, I thought you worked in a baby nursery, but then eventually realized it was plants.
Plant nursery. I like kids, but when they're over there. Over there.
Way over there.
Way over there. I believe they deserve to be protected and loved by somebody else.
Right? And protected and loved by somebody else. My kids are crazy. I love them. They can get so crazy. I'm outside because they'll be loud. They're on that Call of Duty stuff, and honey, it's really nasty stuff is going down in there.
I've heard some horror stories.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Aurora
crazy.
was crazy when she was really little. Like she was just like all over the place, and
I like to have a good time. Sue me.
Right. Gosh.
and she was scared of everything.
We already went over that in the last episode.
I know.
You're not exposing me any further.
Okay, so did you find the Ruby thing, Ashley? Or
No. Hold on. I bet you they got it on Reddit though. Reddit has everything.
okay, right?
Yeah. Reddit has everything.
Reddit to the rescue,
Yeah.
and the roast.
I want to say it's talking about when Ruby was introduced, which it just was interesting to me that she's introduced right before everything happens, when it's supposed to be, this side of her that had her numb and was helping her cope with things. Yet, and I thought these things were supposed to be made up because of Nick's alter egos, but I only see Victor talked about really.
Yep.
Yeah, and then she talks about some of her alters, it seems, in some of the emails of people. And then try to get Christy, or at least talked about getting Christy, to send pictures of her dressed up as the alters to potential suitors.
Yeah, so there was lots of sexy pics in her case file, and maybe she could get someone to send them for her.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah,
real
which is
quick.
That's another really weird thing. It's like, why would you use pictures from your crime like that you were forced to take? I hear you, ma'am.
Listen,
outside, she was letting me know it.
Listen,
like, why are you sitting out there?
I think that Gypsy looks the way that she thinks she looks in her mind. But I think she's a lot prettier than a lot of the people in the snark community give her credit for. That being said, all of the pictures that she has from that time period where she's trying to be all kinky and sexy, it just does not translate. I'm not trying to bully. I'm just saying,
the one with the knife.
Oh God! As someone who was like 16 and took cringy pictures with a knife, do you remember those? Anyway,
and not just that, they're trying to blame it on, I was dressed up like Harley Quinn. Right. Yeah. Sure you were, lady. I thought your mama didn't let you do things like that, didn't let you have Barbies and all this and that, but she lets you dress up like Harley Quinn and take pictures licking a knife.
Yeah, that picture, when you look at it, has anybody ever seen the movie Cry Baby with Johnny Depp?
No.
I haven't.
You guys haven't seen Cry Baby with Johnny Depp?
I'm a child.
Hold on.
Also,
I'm just maybe illiterate.
Also, Kathleen, it was Demona, but Ruby had some similar stuff.
Ruby just had the red hair, correct?
And she had some similar aspects to what. Oh, sorry, you go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, I'm sorry. We were accidentally talking at the same time. There's a delay. I was just saying, was it when she dressed up as like Anastasia from 50 Shades of Grey? Was that the same kind of vibe?
No,
because she had red hair that she used in that picture. I think
not in the Anastasia one. No,
she
had black hair in that one.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
I want to say she's in the red hair with the black suit jacket, standing in front of the mirror, and she kind of threatens, "I'll take the one card I have over you."
Oh,
yeah.
Like, it makes me cringe from when I've sent videos to people. I wonder if I ever sounded that dumb.
Well, since you're sitting next to your mama and not in prison for offing her, then it's probably not as cringe regardless.
Oh God. I feel like I've seen the picture for that. Oh,
this is
that's
what
that?
every time I see the picture.
That's
No,
messed
that's.
up.
I'm just telling you that every time I see that picture, this is what it reminds me of. Hold on.
Don't-
I'm putting it up there
You know
because
what? This is her, not me. This is her, not
Okay,
me.
I found it. Okay. So here it is. Sorry. My iPad was giving me so much trouble. I was like, what is going on? It done died and then came back on. Like,
so this is from the movie Crybaby, and I can't remember her character
It
or
says
whatever.
hatchet face.
But oh my gosh,
I think I have
Oh my
seen
gosh.
this.
it was hilarious. And every
Oh.
time I see that pic, oh, actually, hold on.
Kung Fu Panda in the comments said, fancy?
Oh, you know what? Facts though.
That is what that picture reminds me of. Every time I see it, I go right there.
That is
I know
That's
that's
awesome.
terrible, but I'm just being honest.
That's so funny.
No, that's perfect. It fits.
That's unfortunate.
That was a great movie, by the way.
Yeah. That's an older movie too.
See Johnny Depp
Yes.
with his little singular.
Oh
strand of
yeah,
hair
let's
right
let's
there.
show him real quick. Hold on.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Johnny Depp. I think he's kind of a weirdo, but he's hot. He's a hot weirdo.
He is. He is.
He's a hot weirdo.
Great pictures.
Great
Mhm.
pictures. I will agree. I like never mind. Anyway, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, anyways. I just wanted to go down memory lane because
There we go.
honestly, every time I see that picture, that is what I think about. And I was just like, oh my gosh, she really thinks she's flexing there.
It is odd. If you're
Mhm.
gonna take sexy photos, you know what? Never mind. Withholding comment.
Yeah.
It was a choice. There were some choices made there.
Yes.
Okay, Ashley, you said you found what you were looking for?
Okay, so it says, it kind of talks about his autistic disorder and things like that, the behavior and yada yada, and then it goes on and it says in a video dated 3 weeks before the murder, Gypsy went into her mother's bedroom and made a stabbing motion over the bed. It was significant.
Did we lose you, Ashley, baby?
Uh-oh. I didn't mute her or anything. Okay, well, that's all right. We'll wait until she comes back up. Depp was never hot to me till Sleepy Hollow. Oh,
And
yeah.
I just responded to her on the chat. I was like, I was not alive when Sleepy Hollow came out, so that doesn't count for me. I don't even know when it came out, but I can almost guarantee you that I was not alive.
In the 90s. Because who was in that? Winona Ryder?
Oh, Winona Ryder. Gorgeous special. I can't talk. Holy crap. Gorgeous specimen. Beautiful lady.
She's very odd now, though. Like her,
Even better.
like
11 odd girl.
she's like really odd now. I don't know if
So
she's
much.
just neurotic or what's going on, but her speeches for the awards and stuff like that for Stranger Things was very
I haven't seen them, but I
Interesting.
can't imagine she's any more odd than Johnny Depp is.
no, it's a little more.
Johnny Depp's a little odd. He's a little odd.
Yeah, that is true.
Sorry if you're talking, Ashley, baby. We can't
We
hear you.
can't
right
hear you,
now.
Ashley.
We're not trying to talk over you or ignore you or anything like that. If you can hear us, though, maybe if you got out of the chat and came back, maybe it would help you come back more clearly.
Yeah, if you can hear
So-
that.
So
Yeah, I hope she's not like on this diatribe, telling us all these things. she's
like,
gonna
"Oh,
realize
Grant,
that we.
she can't hear us, and she just like spoke the most.
She's gonna come back and be like, "So, what did y'all think of all that interesting information?"
Lulu, yes, the people on Facebook are the ones who found or they saw him and then they posted in Facebook and then they called us as well.
Lulu, you're not my Lulu, are you?
No.
No, that's not my Lulu.
No.
Okay. No, not that you're not loved. Not that you're not loved. I just have a close friend named Lulu, and I'm like, I bet you're not commenting.
At first, when I first saw that, I was like,
Lulu, is that you?
I was like, nah, I highly doubt it.
No, she lives in Arkansas now, though, so I might go pick her up
Yeah.
one of these days if I can find the energy, and if I have my own car by then. I can't take the truck down there.
Yeah, her convertible is out of commission.
Lulu, no, you don't need to go kick rocks. I'm so sorry. It's not personal. We can be personal. We can know each other too. I've just known this person since I was a kid. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Millennial, what has been the most interesting thing that you have seen through all the FOIAs?
Yeah.
Honestly, the emails, because the other stuff I was all kind of expected and more confirming, but the emails blew me away. Like I didn't actually expect, like we said earlier, I don't have a prison experience. I don't know anyone intimately who's been in. And so I didn't expect that Gypsy was actually tricking men for money. That was shocking to me. And Ryan's desperation, the whole desperado of it all for him was shocking to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the Rod situation was the most surprising, and then the Ryan thing was the most shocking, just because I really genuinely didn't think that he was like that.
Yeah.
And that's completely different from what he portrays online and in the show.
So I think that Rod probably couldn't keep it in his pants, but I didn't think that he was so blatant about it.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was so like proud of it. I thought it was probably like, what's done kind of thing.
The only thing that I was so innocent before reading them. The only thing that really shocked me about Rod, it was shocking that he was talking about Gypsy about it, but then also that his only excuse ever, and he said it over and over, was, I just get so bored.
I'm bored.
Yeah, I just get so bored.
And then as for Ryan, I'm not going to defame the man. Who knows what's true and what's not true, despite what I believe heavily.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I really don't think anyone could have been into Gypsy without being a little bit of a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's very true.
It's very odd to admit to that, potentially, allegedly, where that like people in the prison system will be able to read it.
Or hear it if it was on.
Hear it.
Yeah. Because I assume it was a phone call.
Because they always tell you, we're recording your phone calls. So it's like, you just expect nobody's going to pay attention. Well, you know what? Apparently nobody cared enough to do anything about it. So
yeah, and I'm almost always conscious of me being recorded. So if I say something that I think is weird or whatever, I'll be like, hey, you listening? I'll clarify something.
Some of the people that are in Gypsy's camp are like, how would you like if your emails were revealed? Well, go ahead and reveal our emails to and from the prison, because when you're emailing someone in prison that somebody's watching over and that somebody can get a hold of the emails.
Yeah, I mentioned that in a video, like to everybody saying, how would you like your emails read? And Ryan was like, those ladies wouldn't like it if somebody read their emails. Well, no, we wouldn't. We avoid that by not doing murder and going to prison.
Yeah.
I don't have any emails that you need to look through, but I definitely wouldn't want you to look through my text messages. But I'm not murdering anybody. We're planning on it. We're good.
Hey, Ashley, you back?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries.
So Monkey Grader 82. So from what I understand, we got the response letter from the emails from Mandy, and it said that the phone calls weren't what did they use? They used a certain term.
It seemed like, I don't remember the term that they used, but it seemed like they said it was like a violation of privacy.
Yeah, something like that. Hold on, let me see.
It's odd that one communication type is not a violation of privacy and another communication is. How
So,
strange.
I'm not
Mhm.
saying that I agree or disagree, but over text or email, things can come across one way. But if you can literally hear somebody talking and
The inflection of their
maybe
voice.
moaning
Yeah.
in which she's expressed, there's a lot more of a personable thing to it, like element to it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, but still legally, it doesn't make sense to me that one type of communication is an invasion and one is not. Like personally, we might understand that, but legally, that doesn't make any sense to me at all, especially
Mhm.
considering that Gypsy's alleging that Ryan confessed to a crime in a phone call to her. You'd think her and Ken keep saying release the phone calls. And I can't decide if I think that they're saying that because they know that they're not releasable, so that covers them,
Yeah.
That's
or
probably what it is.
Yeah.
or if they're really confident. So I would think that if it's an invasion of privacy, wouldn't Gypsy be able to request them herself? So if she wants to prove that allegation true, she ought to get the phone call, but it won't make her look any better because she married him after
Exactly.
that and planned to have a baby
Yep.
with him.
Well,
Yup.
yeah,
Same thing she did with Nick too. Oh, Nick
Yeah.
said he wanted yada yada with our daughter, but
Yep.
then she said she broke up with him, gets right back with him, and then
Mhm.
it comes out it was her the whole time that said the weird stuff.
Yeah.
This one is like, but I made a mistake. I'm not the same person I was
Yeah.
5 minutes ago.
It's in the past. I did that in the past. I just
Mhm.
did it, and we're in the now.
So
Yep.
it said that the documents were, or the phone calls were closed. It just said closed.
Closed.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I guess maybe we just assumed it was closed for an invasion of privacy. But
Yeah.
agree, you don't have an expectation to privacy while in jail. But also at the same time, I do feel bad in some ways of in jail you have no privacy. Like you have to shake
Yeah.
with people. Like that's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. But
Shower with the girl next to you, holding a conversation about what you're gonna eat for breakfast or noodles.
Hey, that was the same way in the army.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. So you got cut off, Ashley, when you were talking
Oh.
about the Ruby thing.
Okay, so the video where Ruby's introduced, it says is 3 weeks before the murder, and I think this is just it's so awesome that she introduces Ruby as a sociopath, because that's what Dr. Feldman also said. She shows signs of, everybody loves to look at Dee Dee's Munchausen by proxy,
Mhm.
diagnosis he gave, but you don't see everybody listening to the part where he literally says she shows signs of sociopathy,
Yep.
Yeah.
like, and it's, but anyway,
is that
Ruby
even a diagnosis anymore though?
she introduces herself as a
Um,
sociopath, and she says that she herself is a person that breaks the rules, violates the rules, creates mayhem, and she basically tells Nicholas that she is his perfect match. We are together, and together we are going to go. It's essentially on what she describes as a crime spree. And we're going to rob, we're going to steal, and we're going to do all of these things because you are my perfect match. We will be together. Like,
mhm. And so
probably. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
I was just going to ask when was that? What was that date?
It doesn't. Let me see if it says the date right. It just says in a video dated 3 weeks before the murder.
Okay.
But my thing was Ruby like introduced right then, or was Ruby introduced and she was introduced right then to Nick, right?
That's what it
I'm
sounds
not
like.
sure, but it sounds like that.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be Ruby was made up for Victor or something. But
I don't
None of
know.
it makes sense, does it?
No.
yeah, and she said she had all these alter egos to match his, but I've only heard of Victor, and she's got like 5.
Yeah, Victor, and then when he since he's been incarcerated, there was a Nikolai or something like that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't understand that part. How she blames, I don't
So
know.
I'm not going to say what I know, but from everything I understand, he does have more alters.
Mm-hmm.
I just got some information recently,
Oh,
but
okay.
I haven't actually like
Vetted
gotten.
it.
No, I
Oh.
haven't actually like gotten the actual information, just enough to tell me that he does have all other alters.
Yeah.
Other alters
Apparently,
that
Gypsy
you
does
can tell.
too with Ken and different men in her emails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, who's to tell whether they're literally alters or just something that he creates in his head? Because, like, I don't know. I just mean as in, like, if it's something that he can control or he can't control.
I
Right.
think he can control
I think
everything.
he probably can control it, and it's less of like something that his brain is literally compartmentalized.
Well, it's just
for
like with
himself.
Gypsy.
It's just kinky.
NPG released that video where she's in the front seat.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
she switches.
I don't watch their videos. What did they?
So let me find it. Actually, hold on. Let me find it. They,
Go ahead.
Millennial. Can you describe it?
Yeah, so she's her and Dee Dee are heading back home from somewhere or other, and they stop at Barnes and Noble because Gypsy has to have her comic books, and she films a video for Nick on her cell phone while Dee Dee's in the store, and she's like, "Yeah, this is Gypsy," blah blah blah, and then she's like, "Okay, now we're gonna let you talk to Ruby," and
Yeah.
"Oh, hi, my king, here's Ruby." Like nothing changes. Like it's I don't think it's
Nothing.
alters. It's just role playing.
Okay.
Yeah,
wherever
nothing
you
at
are,
all
I think.
changes. Like her voice is the same. Nothing. It's just, hi, this is Ruby.
Okay, we're gonna play
Does
this.
anybody know what the Wonderland system is, or who the Wonderland system is?
No.
Oh God, never mind. We're fine. We're good.
Okay, well, we're gonna play this.
Anybody in chat that knows who the Wonderland system is?
I'm afraid. Okay, NPG, we're gonna play this, and I think it's pretty cool that they got this. I'm sure they have little nuggets of stuff. I wonder how they're getting it and where they're getting it from.
They do post some good little nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
This video is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. It is not meant to mock, ridicule, or disrespect anyone in any way. Out of respect for Nick and due to the presence of a jump scare visual, a portion of this video has been intentionally obscured. In a world clouded by lies, twisted headlines, fanciful speculations, and courtroom shadows, one voice rises above the noise. Welcome back, brave believers, to another electrifying episode from Mr. Smiley and the NPG Cornerstone Nation, your only trusted source for justice, truth, and the untold story of Nick. Suit up, Truth Seeker. The fight continues now. It's well documented that during their relationship, Nicholas received numerous video messages from his ex-co-defendant. Some explicit,
This is
others
such an odd way to
unintentionally
present this.
manipulative, and many designed to
I
keep
can't
him
take it
seduced and
seriously.
emotionally tethered. June 5th, 2013 was one such occasion. That day, at some point during the approximately 2 hour and 40 minutes drive, about 165 miles from Kansas City back to Springfield, Missouri, the co-defendant's
Use your real
mother made
voice.
a
What are you
quick
so
stop
afraid
at
of?
Barnes & Noble to pick up a comic book for her narcissistic, ungrateful daughter. While waiting in the car, the two personalities of the Shrew and Demona seized the opportunity to record a 1 minute and 52-second message addressed to her two sexies. Here is that video.
Okay, baby. So right now, it is me, the Shrew, and I can tell you why I'm not filming me right now. It's because I'm too embarrassed of what I'm wearing. It's I look like really silly right now. So we're on our way home. By the way, from Kansas City. We stopped at Barnes and Noble because I need my comic book. Because yes, I do read comic books. I read the Star Wars and Star Trek comic books. So I needed my new comic. Anyway, yeah, I'm filming the dashboard. Anyway, it is me, the Shrew, speaking right now, and so I'll let Demona talk for a little while with me. Here she is. Hey, two sexies. Right now we're at Barnes & Noble, as the Shrew said, and we're getting her comic book. And I'll show you a little bit, even though he doesn't want me to, and of what we're wearing right now. It's really embarrassing. It's like putting a pink bow on a Rottweiler. So, as you can see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not cute, right? It's like very, very dorky. Anyway, we'll say this from the both of us. We love and adore you, our amazing sweethearts, and our amazing kings. We love and adore you both so much. So many kisses from both of us.
Unintentionally manipulative? Maybe, maybe not. But what can't be denied is this. Once again.
Okay. So, yeah. If anybody wants to go watch that whole thing, you can do that. They're getting better with their videos.
They are.
Yeah.
Very creative.
Right?
That is like the worst phone sex hotline ever. Like, I'm not even trying to put her down. You know, I always feel bad. And people are like, maybe you should defend Gypsy since you always feel bad. But I feel bad making fun of someone for something. But I'm going to make fun of her real quick. Holy shit, what the hell was that? That's not sexy at all. What? You guys want to murder someone for you? Oh my God. What? What? What?
It's so
You know,
weird.
she don't mind being on the phone. She's right outside in the parking lot recording a video. You know, she doesn't. Her voice doesn't sound like she's speeding up because she's worried about time. Like,
Right? She doesn't act scared like her mom's going to
No.
come out at any minute.
not at all. Not at all. She seems
Did they
very.
say what date that Gypsy recorded that video? I can't remember.
Let me look.
Just wondering how close to the murder it was.
You know, and I was wondering, you know, in her book, she says that, you know, she pew-pews her mom with the BB pew-pew, right? And she's like, and I stayed in my wheelchair the whole time. I want to know how she did that. How
Yeah.
did you stand in the wheelchair chasing her down the hall and
Mhm.
pew-pewing her at the same time and had a dagger in your other hand?
Right? Not happening.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see if they say it. I don't see anybody in the chat saying anything about it yet.
I was just
Has the
curious.
presence of a jump scare visual.
You adding like the, what is that, a mouse? A mouse when it says the
They're-
shrew?
Yeah.
A mouse or a possum, I think.
Maybe it is a possum.
What, a shrew?
No, the image
The
that
graphic they showed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm waiting to see if it pops up in the video because I don't see anything.
No worries.
Is that supposed to be Nick in the superhero
Yeah, I
costume?
think so. Which is weird.
Someone in chat asked what the symbol was on his uniform in there. The dude that's supposed to be Nick.
I didn't even look at it that closely.
Let me look.
Misha, yes, she did. I actually covered that in my video that's going to go up after this. She asked said, didn't she claim Dee Dee beat her on a trip home from KC? Yeah, she said that.
Everybody that is on this chat right now or in this chat right now, go ahead and sub to 1980 Millennial and go follow Ashley Baby on TikTok.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you.
If you're on a cell phone, you can do it right now while you're still in the chat. Do it.
I don't know what that symbol means. I mean, it looks like a cow or like a
bull.
a bull.
Something. I wonder if it was just like, because obviously this is AI, not like an actual artist doing it. So I wonder if it just kind of defaulted to a symbol.
Probably. But they are getting better.
They are.
I'm a bull with horns, baby. I don't know. If anybody in chat knows or comments,
What do you
later
guys
in
think
the
about?
photo.
What do you guys think about NPG? Do you want to talk about it?
I talked to him once. I was looking for a document or something. There was something they had posted. I think it was a deposition. For a sec, I won't lie. For a while there, I didn't know if it was really somebody who was like supporting him. Like, you know, you just never know. But I don't know. Now I kind of do, because they somehow get their hands on things that I've never seen anywhere before.
Mhm.
You
I
know?
mean, I definitely think it's somebody that's in contact with Nick. Do I
Yeah.
think they actually have his best interest in mind? I'm not convinced.
Right.
But also, I don't know. Nick's a weird situation because I feel bad for him. I do empathize with him. It does seem like he was taken advantage of, but it also seems like I personally don't think that he needs to be on the streets. And I personally think that being in a mental institution is worse than being in a prison in a lot of cases.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or at least like a permanent mental institution.
Yeah, I've said something similar. Like, I don't think he needs to be free just yet because not only did Gypsy manipulate him, but then that Dawn lady came along and did the exact same thing. And then there is a part in, you know, the FOIA documents where somebody is testifying to how he's easily influenced by females. Like, if they show him the little bit of affection because he craves it, he gets fixated on them, even when it's online conversations. So I think that is a real issue, you know, to have gone to prison for murder over a woman and then to be in prison and get reeled in by a whole nother woman. I think that's,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, and I don't think NPG is fancy just because of the fact that they had this clip. If Fancy had that clip, she would have
It would've
ran
already
with
been
it a
out.
long time ago.
Yeah. And not
Yeah.
to support Fancy, because
Yeah, we don't care for it.
no comment. No
I
comment.
I've had one interaction with NPG, and it was them commenting on a TikTok that I made. And actually, if you've seen the video that I just put up the other day, that's a re-edited one about Aurora, Missouri, Gypsy's Aurora obsession. So I put that on YouTube and TikTok last November, I think it was. And NPG commented and said that Gypsy and Nick didn't plan to name their baby Aurora, that was incorrect. So I felt sure that it was correct. So I went back to the interview that I thought it was sourced from. And it was an interview Fancy had did about 5 years ago with a Greene County jail cell guard. And the guard said Gabriella, not Aurora. So that's what
Gypsy reposted. Somebody had like the screenshot where she spoke to Aaliyah in that message, and she talks about it. And Gypsy reposted where it was talking about, you know, Nicholas Paul go to John Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, and she said Gabriella in that one too. Because
Yep.
So I edited that part out since I found out that was incorrect and just reposted it. But yeah, there was a lot of.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I thought I overtalked someone and I didn't mean to.
No,
you didn't. We just have a delay. Just real quick, all I was going to say is yes, it actually is Taurus. I looked up his birthday just now, and then I looked up when it is. It's May 20th, and Taurus is May 20th. So that does look like a Taurus symbol. It looks kind of vaguely familiar to me, but I just thinking. So anyway, sorry. That's all I had to say.
Oh, you're good. I was done.
I had done a video about that repost when she reposted that, because the message also says right a little couple lines down where she's admitting, oh, I found out I had a micro deletion causing all my, you know.
Yeah.
And then like a couple of days later, somebody commented on that video and was like, she took all her reposts down.
You know, she also says in that message too, she talks about her mom getting sick and how they hadn't been able to do any fundraisers or movie nights. The movie nights, they charged for those. That was one of Dee Dee's ways of making money. They charged people to come, you know, watch their projector on the side in the neighborhood.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it says, to me, it really says something that Gypsy was straight up saying, you know, mom's been too sick to do the things that get us money.
Yeah.
Because Dee Dee was about getting that money.
Yeah.
So I feel like if she could move around and do stuff, she would still be projecting them movies and doing her fundraisers and getting the money. So that really, to me, kind of said something about Dee Dee's health those last years.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning something about that a long time ago, and how she charged people for it. Like she charged for the snacks and everything, right?
I can't remember if it was the snacks too. I think so, but yeah, there was a fee to come watch those. It was one of her money making ways.
Damn,
Mhm.
I have a projector in my room right now. Let's go. I want some
Same.
movie.
I have one too.
Yeah.
That's got like a little Netflix thing on it. Like I didn't know
Yes,
that's I need
ma'am.
extra money, honey.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was one of Dee Dee's most honest ways of making money. I have no problem with her charging to watch the projector at
Yeah.
all. She actually wasn't grifting there. She was doing a thing to make cash. So, yeah, it really said something to me that Gypsy straight up said, Mama hasn't been well enough to do these things.
Yeah.
She's not well enough, so you don't have to protect yourself against her.
Yeah, like maybe you could just leave.
Mhm.
Right. And then, her mom had something, she was in the hospital for something shortly before the murder. And Nana, whoever that was keeping Gypsy. Like, you could have left then. Why did you have to do this? There
Mhm.
were so many other ways, even the night that everything went down. Like, as soon as Nick got there, y'all could have just snatched the money and ran.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw Nona mentioned in the emails as one of Dee Dee's friends in Springfield that Gypsy was trying to reconnect with.
Oh, really?
Interestingly, I think so. Yeah, I have to go back and double check. So nobody quote me on that or flip that because I'm speaking out of my memory here and it's not always right.
We live in a very central location where we could probably get in contact with a lot of people that either knew her or
But people don't want to talk.
or people.
No, I know tons of people that knew him. They are not interested in saying a thing.
There's a
I
couple.
think that's why
bars
Missouri
I know
told her to
people
get
up
out
to.
too, is because people were just over her. Like they did everybody in Springfield, Missouri, so dirty. They didn't want her at no damn football game. Like, get out, just go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
were you gonna say?
I know where some of the government officials and or parole officers and or anybody in that area, I know where some of the places they hang out.
So do I.
but that being said, I could find a cute little dress. No, I want to do it. Don't wanna do it. I know where to find some of them though. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I would like to talk to Hancock. Is that his name?
The
Ian
detective.
Yeah, I would love to talk to him.
Mhm.
Just because I would like to know his opinion, because he had said something in I want to say one of the right after like the murder happened, he did the interview, whatever big interview about things that were going on with the case, and he said
That was
something.
Sheriff or
They're
not.
not. Things are not always what
Arnott,
they
that's
seem.
it. Okay, yeah. Sheriff Arnott. He said something like, 1 minute you'll think it's Munchausen by proxy, and the next you'll be thinking something completely different.
Mhm.
And he was like, I've seen a couple of, Munchausen by proxy cases, and I don't know that this is that. I would love to hear him, just his opinion, just his opinion,
You know what really irritates? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
You know what irritates me is that during Nick's interrogation, I can't remember the lady's name who was interrogating him, but whenever he said that Gypsy started, when she was cleaning the house, they threw away all of her pictures because she wanted to remove all of her memories. Why in the actual fuck did she not follow up on that with what was her plan for that? Instead, she just goes, and then moves to a completely different line of questioning. Nick was telling her stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she didn't throw away the pictures. There's lots of pictures in that house of her.
So what was he talking about, and what specifically was she trying to get rid of? Like, he'll probably never be willing to talk about that again, and that opportunity was just squandered because she wasn't interested, I guess.
Yeah, and Nancy's always said that she was like trying to erase her presence there. She didn't erase her presence there in any form or fashion.
No, her wheelchairs were still there and all that. I think she wanted to make it seem like someone tried to abduct her and that she had some kind of plan where she wanted to get rid of specific pictures that showed something. And I wish we knew what that was. But I think that she really, in the end, thought that she somehow was going to be able to come back to that pink house in Springfield and hang out with Dan.
I think she thought that too. There was a third Facebook post where she put the girl is dead too. And it talked about, in the police reports. And that has always just why would she do that? Like, she was was she going to skip out on Nick? You know, like,
I think she was.
that's what I think too. She was going to skip out on Nick and try to get back to that pink house for some reason. And I think that's why she
Yeah.
also made the post about her mom, because yes, she wanted her found, but not why she tells people she wanted her found.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she wanted her out of the house. She wanted her moved.
Yeah, I think the part of, whatever she was doing there and mailing the knife to Nick's house was she had some kind of plan in her mind how she was going to pin it on Nick, walk away, and go back.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just sent, it's very blurry because it's a picture that I screenshot and sent over Discord that I had taken off of a computer with my phone. But anyway, so this is a picture that I actually went into our chat millennial, and I think it's the first picture.
Hold on. You're doing the wrong thing.
I know. I actually messed. I got you. That was my bad.
You gotta.
I got you.
Okay.
I got this. Don't worry. There we go. Sorry, I have to read everything. Nope. Sorry. Don't look at me. It's making me nervous. I know how to do it. So push the button that says share screen, obviously.
Sorry.
Where? That's
So
not
you
it.
got to go to window. There you go.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how to do this. Anyway, it's very hard to see, but this is a zoomed in picture of right next to Dee Dee's bed.
Yeah.
And it's a collage of.
And I think it was on Gypsy's side of the bed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Gypsy's side. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
because it looks like Dee Dee
even
was.
Rod and Dee Dee right here. A couple things of Rod and Dee Dee.
So
Actually, mostly Rod and Dee Dee. Oh my God.
It looks like Dee Dee was actually sleeping on Gypsy's side of the bed because if you look, unless Dee Dee had a CPAP machine too.
If you're looking at the bed on the left or the right, which one's supposed to be?
So if you're looking at the bed from the doorway, it would be on the right.
But I thought she was kind of more on the left or kind of in the middle. She's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
She's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, she's probably more in the middle because the Barney's on the left.
Yeah.
If you're sleeping on your own and you know the Gypsy's not coming back in, you're probably gonna just take the middle.
Maybe.
Ish. Yeah.
Cinnamon hot said in the chat, I'm sure she was already counting future sympathy donations of the girl that went away for a weekend and somebody got mama. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why Gypsy just got into that micro deletion group, is because she's looking for some kind of sympathy. It's like, her posting that picture up. It's me. See, I told you it's Gypsy. It's like this narcissistic, I need validation. See, I told you it's me, and I'm in here. It's the real Gypsy.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Notice me.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, so from everything, so at first when I saw that she was trying to go in there, I was like, oh well, maybe she's trying to actually advocate. But then I didn't realize that Bree had already gone in there and like paved the way, or not paved the way, but started like doing stuff, and it's like that's just really odd.
yeah, that's a little odd.
I don't like that at
odd.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it worries me because Gypsy has an alleged history of stealing people's stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she's in there reading all these stories from people who have kids with this.
Stealing people's stories and taking advantage of people. Oh, thank you, Carissa.
And it's
Judy.
very odd to get into this group when you have consistently claimed, oh, I don't have any effects from this. This was something my mom used as a blueprint for my symptoms. Like, now all of a sudden you're in a group.
Yeah,
no, I agree.
The baby doesn't have it, but yet the group seems to, even though it's not their explicit rules, it seems to primarily be used by people with children with the microdeletion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she said, "Thank God," or
thank God she's unscathed.
Yeah,
that was so insensitive. Like, why would you even put it like that?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go in there and just be like that and expect people to want you to be their spokesperson.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Murder. Thank
Mr.
you, baby.
Millennial.
That's my husband.
Yeah, no, I mean it's very scary that Bree would go in there and prep it for her to come in there, because we all know she's her bulldog, right? We know that she's going to be in there, causing trouble like she always does. So to go in there and then start causing chaos in a support group for sick children is disrespectful.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a screenshot, but I read, I think it was on Reddit, that someone said a parent asked Gypsy a question about her feeding tube because their child with the microdeletion has feeding issues, and that Gypsy just completely ignored it. Because, her tale is that's unnecessary. That was Dee Dee's abuse. But apparently people with children with that have feeding issues, and some of them have to get feeding tubes.
Wow. I didn't realize
and
that happened.
Gypsy, she tries to blame all this stuff on her mom, but if you read her medical documents, there's things Gypsy was telling these doctors. The salivary gland thing, when she got Botox, Gypsy told the doctors that the Botox worked for a minute, and then she started drooling, she started coughing, she started choking on food. It's like some of this was not Dee Dee.
Well, and the amount of real diagnoses keep adding up.
Yeah.
She said in her prison interviews, and when she got out, the only thing wrong with her whatsoever was a lazy eye. So the eye surgeries were necessary. Well, then we found out about the chromosome deletion. But then we found out just recently from the emails, she was emailing one of her men, I think Ryan, said, my back is hurting from one of my real diagnosis of mild scoliosis.
Yeah.
And then I found another email just recently where she was talking about the scoliosis and emailing, I think it was Ryan, and saying, my back is hurting so bad every time I have to stand up for any amount of time. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do cosmetology like I wanted to because of the pain. So, and the word is that the Rod and Christy got her that golf cart because she would get so tired so fast.
I heard about that. Nick said something similar. He said that they would walk around outside and she would walk fine, except for long distances, she would get tired.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Oh, and I didn't know. I always thought the microcephaly was just something Dee Dee threw in for donations. But Bree recently, when she was screaming at that True Crime Justin guy on TikTok, Bree was doing her, what the fuck? You're ignorant. And she was like, the only reason she was diagnosed with microcephaly is because her head was 1 centimeter too small. Her head would have been 1 centimeter bigger, she wouldn't have qualified for microcephaly.
Don't matter. Almost don't count. Almost. She was 1 centimeter away. Damn it.
That was the first I realized that the microcephaly diagnosis was real. I'm like, holy shit! Like the real diagnoses keep adding up. We thought it was just one.
Admitted that too. Gypsy just admitted that in that group. She left a comment saying that she has a microcephaly. She had the lazy eye, and then she called it something else. It was like a slight turned in eye. When girl, no, you was almost blind.
Yeah. She pretends like there's nothing wrong, and it's quite obvious.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. That video of her walking when she's pushing the baby, and the way she's visibly got something going on with that hip.
The way people with scoliosis have a tendency to walk. They can't help it.
Yeah.
So, but for her to act like it was, just her shoes. No. We see the evidence in your emails.
Yep.
Yeah. And 1 centimeter is significant. It really is.
It is. It is. Like I said, almost don't count. There's a reason there's a cutoff.
Yeah. Well, and I was Googling that too, because someone emailed me an article about some of Gypsy's conditions, and that got me to thinking, like, what everyone says all the time about Gypsy is she has no impulse control whatsoever.
None.
And apparently that can be a symptom from microcephaly due to the small head not allowing the brain development of the part that regulates impulse control.
Yeah.
I know.
don't
I
know.
did some reading on her micro deletion, and she really does. Like when you've read her medical documents and look at all the symptoms and things it talks about, like there's no way this isn't real. Like the first case wasn't documented till 2008. Gypsy didn't get diagnosed till 2011. There was no blueprint to be had because there was no first case to go off of. You know, these are things that were going on. And when she gets diagnosed, then you see she stops really going to the doctor that much. And it's like checkups where they're checking their circumference of her head and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and I found too, something I found interesting in my Kansas City video is she listed off all the doctors and hospitals that she could remember and all the specialists that she saw at Mercy Hospital in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And they're known for being pretty good, like on top of things. And I just can't imagine that they were treating her for anything that they couldn't find. Because even in Springfield, you know, even at the Springfield hospital, when Dee Dee started naming off stuff they couldn't find any evidence for, they called DFS and sent DFS out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder about how she presented to everybody, like her mental capacity. I wonder how she presented because it seems like so all of the video documentation that we have, she doesn't act that way except for sometimes she'll kind of like make a weird face or tilt her head a certain way or something like that.
Slow.
Yeah, or talk slow. But you don't see like in any video evidence, you don't see any like pretending to be mentally handicapped.
Right. That was what makes it so interesting, that whole narrative when DFS visited and it says we talked and determined she was mentally handicapped. It's like, what did you do there, Gypsy?
Like there's no way Dee Dee could have played that one off without Gypsy, you know, and it says that they spoke to Gypsy.
Mm-hmm.
Gypsy's explanation of that is, well, they scared her by coming in and telling her mom to shut the F up. And I just can't imagine DFS rolling in hard.
Either.
And rolling in hard with a big lady and a girl in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying I believe this, but devil's advocate as always. I know that she said that her mom has drugged her, and at least along that line of thinking, she could at least try and use the excuse of, well, maybe I was drugged.
Yeah, but she didn't even know that they were coming for an interview or a.
Gypsy's never said that.
Huh?
Gypsy's never said anything like that. When she talks about this incident, she says that she said everything to make them go away because they were scary.
Mm-hmm.
And she says they didn't ask her the right questions.
Yeah,
exactly.
They were asking her about bruises and things like that. But to me, that doesn't make sense because the whole reason they were there was over medical things, her birthday changing. You know, symptoms not lining up, them not being able to find why the symptoms, but they're asking you about bruises.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, and if things are so bad that you're considering murdering your mom to get out of the home, what do you care what questions they're asking? Say something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And even like when David Blanchard went to see her, like I think this is on the Killer Couples episode, I'm not sure. But he says he went to the jail to talk to Gypsy because he wanted answers. He said he needed answers. And he says he asked Gypsy why she didn't tell him, why she didn't stand up, you know. And she told him something along the lines, well, I didn't want Mama to go to jail. And he was like, well, this is a lot more permanent. And she was like, I understand. And then Christy in an article said that Gypsy told her the reason she didn't stand up was because there were some things people wouldn't forgive them for, and that would have been one of them.
Yeah, she even wrote somewhere, I can't remember where, or said it somewhere that she was afraid. I think she was writing to Nick saying that she was afraid of telling everybody the truth. She told somebody that she was afraid of telling the truth because she would lose her friends and people would be upset with her.
Yeah. I think that may have been Christy too, because
That's part of that stuff like that is also part of the reason why I feel like she really wanted to come back. Because, like, if she felt like it was more acceptable to murder Dee Dee and concoct a big plan than lose their friends, like, to me, that's part of the motivation.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
Yep.
Good catch, Millennial.
Thank you.
There you go.
Very good one.
Well, we are going to have to call it quits for tonight because I have to keep it under, a certain amount. Usually, because I'm going to upload this on Saturday to MBR, so I want to keep it at 2 hours.
No worries. I've been up since 4 a.m. So.
Well, thank y'all so much for having me, and I apologize again for everything Saturday.
Don't worry
And
about
I just
it.
love y'all's lives. Y'all are so chill, laid back. There's no arguing and screaming. It's just, I love it. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
The arguing happens behind the scenes.
Thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And I'll see you Saturday, Millennial.
Yes, I can't wait.
I'll ask my manager if he wants to cut any more hours, but I doubt it.
It'd be nice if you could come too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashley, so much. And you are welcome anytime. Hit me up if you ever want to just hang out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. You guys have a blessed evening.
Have a good night.
I hope everybody goes out and does something good to change the world for the better, please. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
What'd she
Bye.
say? Bye, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.